Okay, what's up YouTube? Back on the video. It's gonna be a short video and we're gonna go over a couple of things in this book right here entitled The Great Cosmic Mother, Rediscovering the Religion of the Earth, Monica Jew and Barbara Moore. Once again, the book is entitled The Great Cosmic Mother. I highly recommend you all read this, especially the women. Okay. On behalf of the women, as a male, I want to apologize on all the males' behalf for subjugating the women on what we did to you all. We overthrew you all's kingdom. We messed up. And we should sincerely apologize to you all, because if it wasn't for you all, we would not be here. And I'm going to prove that statement by me saying that in this book. This lady, she did a phenomenal job. Majority of the things that she talked about, I spoke upon in my videos already. You know what I'm saying? And we have done damage. In this book, she goes into who's ruling this world. She's saying the same thing I said. And that's the you gotta come with you gotta bring the facts, man. She's stating straight facts. Okay. So let's go into this real quick. She covers a lot of topics right here. Right here's some of her drawings that she drew. God giving birth. Okay. So here are some of the contents. Women's early culture beginnings. The first sex. In the beginning, we were all created female. The original black mother. The first speech. Women as cultural creators. Okay. The first mother. Female cosmology. Creation of the universe. The cosmic serpent. Things of that nature. She goes into a lot of things. A lot of topics. You know what I'm saying? Majority, like I said, majority of these topics that she speaks upon, I spoke upon already as well. Now, she wrote this book back in 1981, I want to say, give or take. What is the copyright date? Originally published in 1987. Okay. Like I said, this is a highly recommendation. The Great Cosmic Mother. Okay, so let's go into this real quick. Okay. So it says, in the beginning was a very female sea. For 2.5 billion years on Earth, all life forms floated in the womb-like environment of the planetary ocean, nourished and protected by its fluids, chemicals, rocked by the lunar tidal rhythms. Charles Darwin believed the menstrual cycle originated here, originally echoing the moon pulse of the sea. And because this longest period of lifetime on Earth was dominated by marine forms reproducing parthenogenetically. You don't know what parthenogenetic is, look that up. He concluded that the female principle was primordial. We know what primordial is. It says, in the beginning, life did not gestate within the body of any creature, but within the ocean womb containing all organic life. There was no specialized sex organs. Rather, a generalized female existence reproduced itself within the female body of the sea. Before more complex life forms could develop and move on to land, it was necessary to miniaturize the ocean's environment, to reproduce it on a small and mobile scale. and things of that nature. Soft, moist eggs deposited on dry ground and exposed to the air would die. Life cannot move beyond the water-hugging amphibian stage. In the course of evolution, the ocean, the protective and nurturing space, the amniotic fluids, even the lunar tidal rhythm was transferred into the individual female body, and the penis, a mechanical device for land reproduction, evolved. It says, the penis first appeared in the age of reptiles about 200 million years ago. Our archetypal association of the snake with the phallus contains no doubt this genetic memory. Okay, now I want to go over here to this part right here. Right here. It says among mammals, even it says among mammals, even among humans, parthenogenesis is no technical impossibility. Every female egg contains a polar body with a complete set of chromosomes. Now remember I showed you that if black people are able to produce all races, all colors of the spectrum, we can produce all races. We produce all races. All races come from us, right? So, why is it not possible that a woman can reproduce without the sperm of a man? And that's where your so-called immaculate conception comes about. Okay? But we know that's mythology, right? It says so-called mythology. Let's keep on going. Every female egg contains a polar body with a complete set of chromosomes. The polar body and the egg, if united, could form a daughter embryo. In fact, ovarian cysts are unfertilized eggs that have joined with their polar bodies, being implanted in the ovarian wall and started to develop there. This is not to say that males are an unnecessary sex. Parthenogenesis is a cloning process. Sexual reproduction, which enhances the variety and health of the gene pool, is necessary for the kind of complex evolution that has produced the human species. The point being made here is simply that when it comes to the two sexes, one of us has been around a lot longer than the other. And the nature and evolution of female sexuality, Mary Jane Sherfay, MD, described her discovery in 1961 of something called the inductive theory. The inductive theory stated that all mammalian embryos, male and female, are anatomically female during the earlier stage of fetal life. Sherfay wondered why this theory had been buried in the medical literature since 1951, completely ignored by the profession. The man who made this her story, making discovery simply didn't want it to be true. Sherfay pioneered the discussion of the inductive theory, and now, with modifications based on further data, its findings are accepted as facts of mammalian, including human, development. As Stephen Jay Gould described it, the embryo in its first 8 weeks is an, quote, indifferent creature with bisexual potential. In the 8th week, if a Y chromosome bearing sperm fuses with the egg, the gonads will develop into testes, which secrete androgen, which in turn induces male genitalia to develop. In the absence of androgen, the embryo develops into a female. There is a difference in internal genitalia, the fallopian tubes and ovaries, or the sperm carrying ducts. The earlier embryo contains precursors of both sexes. In the presence or absence of androgen, as one set develops, the other degenerates. So men, we are a genetic. We are the generic version of a female. We are half female. The female is the complete whole. We are half. This is facts. With the external genitalia, quote, the different organs of male and female develop along divergent lines from the same precursor. This means, in effect, that the clitoris and the penis are the same organ, formed from the same tissue. You see that? And he goes on to speak about this, and it says, Gold concludes, quote, the female course of development is, in a sense, biologically intrinsic to all mammals. So, I did a lesson on this a while ago, but this is just further confirmation, showing that further proving that the creator, that the creation of all is a woman. We are in the matrix. We in the womb. Okay? We are inside of a womb. We are in the matrix. Now what I want to do is I want to go here. I want to go here to this part right quick. This section right here. It says, when we see this worldwide occurrence of the goddess and her serpent, and then we call the ancient African black goddess, the black witch image with the snake in her belly, we can see the profound power as well as a universal personality of this cosmological symbol in its range of endurance in the human mind. And we began to see why the upstart patriarchal religions based themselves on the utter destruction of this goddess serpent, pictured by the Babylonians as primeval chaos, an image picked up later by the Hebrews and used in the biblical Genesis, where Eve linked with her serpent becomes the symbols of ontological evil. Among patriarchal Hebrews, the serpent was portrayed as Samael, the brother of the, quote, evil first woman, Lilith. When Old Testament reformers like Hezekiah went around destroying, quote, brazen serpents, cult images made of brass as, quote, pagan abominations, what they were really doing was attacking the primordial goddess religion followed by all her neighbors. The Hebrew patriarchs tried to destroy the world's original, most widespread and enduring religion by branding it as, quote, evil, and by portraying the mother goddess and her magic snake lover as a source, not of all life, but of all, quote, wickedness. Hated and condemned by their new tribal god Yahweh or Jehovah or Yahweh. To the degree that they were historically successful in this attempt, Western biblicized people have lost their original concept and memory of what the goddess and her serpent really meant to all people and all time. The snake was first of all a symbol of eternal life, like the moon, since each time it shed its skin, it seemed reborn. You see that? It represented the cosmic continuity with natural change, spiritually continuity within the changes of material life. Okay? Now I want to drop down here. And it says here that the mystery of earlier life had its origin in water, in oceans, deep lakes, and shallow pools, streams and rivers, and sea-like pulse and taste of blood. It says, before a child is born, water flows out of the ruptured womb creation within the mother. The very ancient bird, claw, and horn goddess was born in the womb of the mythical waters. The cosmic egg was created by the cosmic horned lunar snake or laid by a mythic water bird, both bird and snake vehicles of an energy which has its source, both evolutionary and magical, in terrestrial water. Okay, and she goes on to talk about these things as well. Okay, she talks about the ley lines, because a lot of people are talking about that now on here, the ley lines and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they saying something's supposed to happen on December 21st. We supposed to get powers and we gonna upgrade. And look, I'm quite sure on December 21st, nothing is gonna happen. That's just another, for me, this is my standpoint, but this is my take on it. December 21st, nothing is gonna happen. It's just another propaganda that's been cooked up. Just like they say something's gonna happen. They said something was gonna happen on these 2000. They said something's gonna happen in the year 2000. Nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? But now they got this stuff going around. December 21st, something's supposed to happen. We gonna get magical powers. Now, come on, man. Knock it off with that stuff. Life is gonna continue to go on. Okay? So like I say, I'm not gonna make this video long, man. I'm not gonna make this video long at all. If you want, you can pick this book up at your own volition. I've read it. I've only got like probably, I'm on, it's about like 20-something pages. I got like 10 more pages to go. I want to read this part to you real quick. It's in the back. It's covered. It's got tons of references, tons of notes. It's going back to saying the same thing that I did in my last video with the Sibyls. That the men, the patriarchy, messed up everything. They messed up. Now I want to go here to this section real quick. Where's it at? Yeah, this book really changes your mindset of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Now I want to continue right here, and it's in the back in the notes. I want to read this part to you real quick. The witch hunts. It says, this, in fact, the origin of our quote dirty words. When the Latinate terms for sexual parts and body functions, vagina, penis, urinate, defecate, fornicate, etc., are considered quote acceptable speech, all the Old English and Teutonic words for the same body parts and functions became taboo. Cunt, prick, piss, shit, fuck, etc. Why? So these words that we consider cuss words or inappropriate terms that we use today, that people consider inappropriate language, well, they have done reverse psychology on you, because in the Old English and Teutonic words for the same body parts and functions became taboo. It says the dirty words were originally taboo not because they were immoral, quote immoral, but because they were quote low class, the speech of the people. The upper classes gathered around the court where they hobnobbed with Catholic clerks, spoke Latin both as an amusement and as a signature of their aristocratic status. The European peasants, needless to say, did not speak Latin, but their own indigenous Scandinavian, Germanic, and Old English dialects. So these terms right here, shit and piss, prick, and cunt, underwent social taboo originally because they were socially vulgar, i.e. the common speech of the people. Native Europeans, quote, pagan speech. To this day, many of us standards of quote proper speech, not to mention the horrific Latinness of bureaucratic jargon, are dominated by the inherited snobby of the Latinized elite Christian usage versus the communal quote field talk or quote street talk of pagan European tongues. Perspire versus sweat. So we know that pagan means countryside. You see that? Are you hearing this? So these terms that we use today, when we say, oh, those are cuss words, those are not curse words. These words that we say are the Old English and Teutonic words. They tell you here that the dirty words were originally taboo, not because they were, quote, immoral, but because they were, quote, low class, the speech of the people. The upper classes, this is your elite, gather around the court where they hobnob with Catholic clerks, spoke Latin both as an amusement and as a signature of their aristocratic status. The European peasants, needless to say, they did not speak Latin, but their own indigenous. What's indigenous? The original, aboriginal, Scandinavian, Germanic, and Old English dialects. So these are not derogatory words. This is somebody's original language, and now some Johnny-come-lately people that came around and said you can't say those words because it's improper speech. But who gives you the right to come to somebody's land and say you have to change the way you speak because it's vulgar? That's not right. Who gives you that right? She tells you in this book that the world is run by patriarchal white men. This is not me saying this. This is this woman in this book saying this. In this book, The Great Cosmic Mother. Her name is Monica Zhu. Monica Zhu. I want you to see what she looks like. This is not me saying this. Where is she at? Let's get an image of her. Here she is right here. This is the woman who wrote the book. Right here. And she did a phenomenal job writing this book. She went to all ethnicity to races. Broke that stuff down. And said that she said that 4,000 years ago, that's when patriarchy rule came on the scene. It started changing the original religion around. Religion just means oath or bind or a covenant. The correct terminology to use is philosophies. These are different ideologies and different philosophies. So this is a highly recommendation. This book right here, The Great Cosmic Mother. I could have done an hour worth of material, but I chose not to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna keep on making these long, lengthy, drawn out ass videos. And you people are not doing your own research. You don't read nothing. Don't look towards me for all the so-called answers. But this is the facts. This is facts. So this is something you have to deal with. So we have just found out that if my video cuts off, I'm gonna come back and make a part 2. We have found out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop it right here. Come back and make it part 2. This is part 1, The Great Cosmic Mother. Peace.